Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. We are now trading to survive. The markets are plummeting exactly as predicted a year ago. We told you this was going to happen, not for these reasons, but we knew the market was waiting for an excuse to sell off, and here it is. I'm going to show you now how you can trade to survive, and XRP is the best way of doing it. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing, how to trade, how to win, how to stay in. If you don't do these things, the chances are you'll be out and done when the dust settles. You'll be margin called, liquidated, and you'll be out of the market. And when it rallies, you'll be nowhere. And we know this to be the case because when we talk about XRP and when we talk about these things, people aren't paying attention and watching anymore. These retail investors who bought XRP have all but given up. We see it everywhere. The numbers that people are getting now talking about crypto is dropping by the day. People are giving up because that's what people do. They told you they knew all about it 1 minute, but yet they've disappeared when the going gets tough. Guarantee you one thing, they'll be back buying on the way up when it does return, which it will. So I'm going to share with you some strategies now that I've been sharing today live with my Discordians and my Electrum members. They saw me trade it live. If my Discordians are in the channel right now, or my Electrum members are in the channel, put yes. You saw it today. Just put yes. Did you see my XRP trades today? Or you saw the post, how to survive. We have to do this. So let's break it down. This is my real money, my real portfolio, all of my money, all my margin, 100%, and all external borrowings, all in here. I can't be more in. I can't be supporting the American economy any more than I am. I'm 100% in, okay? Nothing left to buy, nothing left to borrow. I mean, I'd have to sell my house. That's the only thing left to get. Here are the Discordians. Here are the Electrum members. They saw it. Thank you guys for that. So we're talking about XRP. We'll focus on that. I'm up on it. I'm a bloody genius. Look at that. I'm the only person today making money on XRP. Let's show you how we do it. Now, this is not a strategy for the weak-hearted. This is not the strategy for everyone, and it's not a strategy at all. It's simply the tools of the trade, and it's part of my overall strategy. Not one thing is a strategy. These are the tools that most retail investors in crypto know nothing about. And we know because we poll and question people about it all the time. And still now, my Discordians and Electrum members are still asking me questions on it. And we've been covering it now for a year. So we know most crypto retail investors do not do this. So let's just focus on XRP. My overall portfolio is what it is. We're surviving because of my Coca-Cola trade. Best tip of the year. Coca-Cola is saving us from a margin call right now, and it's going further. It's making us money. But we're not going to focus on that right now. We're going to focus on one thing and one thing alone. XRP. Why? So first of all, let's decide what we want. I want to own XRP for all the reasons you should know. Not because someone told you it's going to go to $100 by Christmas. They're all liars, scammers, and idiots. No, not for that reason, for the plumbing, for how the system works. We want to own it. Let's disregard all the other stuff around it, the whys and the wherefores. Let's focus on how to trade it to survive. So, assuming you've already decided XRP is right for you, okay, we can trade this 24/7 during the weekends when the market is reacting to the war and the macro conditions. That's why right now, more than ever, you need crypto. If you don't have crypto, you have no defense, no form of attack during the weekend. You wake up, the market's down, and you're even further down. Right now, everyone needs to own crypto, not through an ETF, through the actual native coin itself. I buy it through Robinhood. I prefer to do that, and I'll share with you the strategies that I've got. Now then, I originally bought XRP a long time ago, before most of you, at 38 cents. I made lots of money selling it on the way up. Fantastic. That's what part of what grew my portfolio of what we have today, in addition to everything else I've got, which is wonderful, right? So we were there from the beginning. Then it kept rallying up, and then we've had all this pullback. Despite all the things that we've had going for crypto, we've now got a war, and we've got potentially not a recession, a depression. Rates are going up. Interest rates are going up. We've got bonds going up. We've got inflation going up, and we've got probably the worst oil crisis looming, not yet, but soon to be the worst in history, and maybe even World War III. So this is a bad time to be in a speculative asset. However, that very speculative asset can save your portfolio, and I'm going to show you how. So we're in XRP. We made money on it. We exited it. We got in. We trimmed. We recently got back in at 290 and thought we were getting a good deal. And then we are here where we are today. You can't stop the way a crypto moves, whether it goes up or down. You can predict it because you know retail will over leverage and not do any of these strategies and be out of the market. You know that to be true, but you can't control where it goes. What you can do is control what you do. Now, on the way down, it starts to pull back. It starts to go down, and people get married to it, and they go, I'm not going to sell for a loss. Of course not. If you sell for a loss, you lose. That's not how to make money. That's not rocket science. And by the way, this strategy does not employ options at all, and it does not employ shorting the market at all. This is simply buying the coins. That's it. Very simple. So down she comes. XRP starts to come down. You don't know where the top is. You don't know where the bottom is. Nobody does. So what do? It starts to fall. Now, if you're sensible, you haven't used multiple leverage. You're just using, in my case, margin or none at all. So I'm 1 for 1. Now, when I buy XRP on Robinhood, it regards it as a cash withdrawal. The money is gone. So it doesn't matter if XRP goes to 0, it's not going to make me go into a margin call. It regards it as cash withdrawn. So when you buy XRP with margin, it's 100% written off, if you like. So if it goes down, it's not going to send you into a margin call. That's one thing I like about Robinhood. That did not used to be the case. If your XRP came down, you could get margin called. Now you can't. It's reliant on your stocks and your ETFs to hold you up, not your XRP, which is great. That's why one of the reasons why I use Robinhood. Great. So I've regarded the money as gone. It's in cash withdrawn, which is great because when I sell, if I've got 10,000 of XRP and I sell it, it gives me 20,000 buying power. Can you see the power over the weekend? Open up on Monday morning, you sell 10,000, you've now got 20,000. That is like bringing in cash, and then Robinhood doubles it. Very powerful. You need you need crypto in your portfolio, and I like XRP for all the other reasons anyway. It doesn't matter. So you've got XRP, it starts to fall. Don't get married to it. Nobody wants to see it go down. But if you buy it here and you sell it here and then you walk out the door here, you've lost money. However, if you buy it here, sell it here and buy it back here, if not here, you're still in the game and you're making money. But you've just posted for future gains a tax refund. Let me explain. If you buy it here and you sell it here and you buy it back here at the same moment, the same second, or even better, slightly lower, this is what's called tax harvesting. Now, don't just go sell all. You can, but you need, if you've bought lots of lots all the way down, check your lots. You might want to sell the top lots. They're the ones that are out the money. The ones at the bottom might be in the money. You don't want to sell for profit right now. You want to sell for losses right now. So if you're only in one lot, you just sell all. If you've got multiple lots, go into your account and select the lots. And you want to sell the ones ones that are losing money the most at the top, that will bring your average down. Not that averages are important, but if you are using margin, the lower your cost base is, the more safe and protected and the more you can borrow with your margin if you then get the average to come down. Not because YouTubers will say lower your average. It's not important from itself. It's important from a wider reason for that. So anyway, you've started to sell your lots, or you do all. You buy it back. Now remember, this is important. I'm going to show you examples in a minute and all of this broken down for you. I'm just giving you all the headlines first of all. So then you buy back in. You've got to make sure, first of all, you do a limit order on the way out and a limit order on the way in, because crypto is moving like that. You just can't see it. What you don't want to do is sell it for more than the current price because it's bouncing around, and you don't want to buy it back more than the current price because it's bouncing around, okay? Limit order, discipline, folks. Limit order on the way out, limit order on the way back in. Now, if you are going to do this, as you click sell, you will see what your cost is to sell. There's a spread and a fee to sell crypto. Now, for me, because I trade 500,000 crypto every 30 days, I get the second lowest level, 0.12%. It does go lower over $1 million and then 10 million. I've got the second lowest level with 0.12. You might be paying 0.85. Now, that means your cost of selling and buying is a lot more than mine. So it might not add up. So what you do is this. You look at the sell and see how much money you're going to lose. Assume you're going to lose 1,000. Remember, you're not losing anything. You are simply harvesting a loss against a future gain. So when you make money, like I'm making money now, can you see my XRP going up? If I sold it now, I wouldn't pay tax on it on my main account. How fantastic is that? All right. You've not made a difference if it going up and down. If it goes down, it goes down. What you're doing is protecting your future gains when it goes back up. All right. So when you go to sell, it will tell you how much. It will say you're getting $1,000 loss. Okay. You're not really losing money. You're harvesting the loss. Okay. There's a difference. You're not going down, down and out. You're going down, down and in. You haven't gone anywhere. The position is still where it was before you sold it. Okay. If not slightly lower, which would be even better. You then see how much you're going to harvest. Let's say it's $1,000 harvest. Times that by your tax rate. For me, it's 20%. So you'll go, all right, I'm actually getting back in real terms $200. $1,000 loss will give me in real terms $200. All right. Fantastic. You've now got $200 in a loss. You've got $1,000 against gains, but from a tax point of view, $200 is what you're actually going to get in your hand, right? It will then tell you how much it costs to sell and buy back. It's got to be under $200. If it's more than $200, you're going to sell and you're going to lose money. If it's less than $200, you're going to save money for a future transaction. Okay, you can't help the asset's gone down. It's gone down because there's a war going on, right? But you don't just sit around and be passive and do nothing. What you're doing is banking up future discounts on your tax bill, or if not altogether, wipe out your future tax your tax payments for your future profits. Okay. So make sure that when you're going to sell, it's going to be more, considerably more than your in and out cost. Okay. Then you set a limit order to buy back. Now you've got to buy back at least the same price. Now remember, you're not getting out and going, I'm going to buy XRP back at $1 when it's gone down 50%, because it may never go there, and then it will bounce back up where you sold it, and now you're chasing and you lose money. That's what retail does over and over again. You don't want to do that. That is what a loser would do. You are simply setting a limit order at exactly where you sold it. You're not waiting. You're not guessing. You want to be in this asset. You simply want to harvest the loss rather than doing nothing about it and just going, well, I'm down and I'll just wait like a lemming. That does nothing. That's not how real investors make money. So you get out, you buy back, you check the cost, you get back in on a limit order, and if you can, even lower, but you do it instantly. You're not waiting around. Now, I did this just an hour or so ago on Discord for all my members. If you were in Discord and you saw me do this and you saw me get a better price, I'll show you in a second. Please say yes in the chat. Very, very important to everyone fact check me. So then I've got back in. Now my average is lowered. We're not about averages here. We're not comic book investors. That's what YouTubers who don't know what they're talking about will say. That's not important. But if you do lower your average, the consequence is a lower cost basis, and thereby your portfolio is safer. Not because we're just lowering the averages because we make more money. That's not how it works, okay? You're still down from the high. You've not made more money yet. You're protecting your future gains with your tax refunds. That's what this is, and protecting your overall position. Okay, so you've got back in again now, and your order went through, and now as you can see, I am up on my XRP today. This is in real time, happening live for you. Now I'll share with you the actual trades, and then and once you've posted the loss, you can then offset against your future gains. So let me go into XRP right now. You can see it falling down, 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 down. Okay, there we go. Now, on this trade, I've got 17,000 coins, which is $22,000. It says I'm up 0.43, and I am up 0.43. On this trade, I have made $91 in the last half an hour. That is true. That is a real profit. But am I up overall? No, because I originally re-entered the market at $2.90, and ever since then, we've been going down and down and down and down and down. So if I sold it now and took $86 profit, I'm just kidding myself. I've actually made some money. I've made money on this trade. Yes, and I could exit this trade as a win and post it as a win. However, I want to own XRP, and I want to take it to $5 to really give me a real overall win. And because I'm future bullish on XRP, I want more at lower prices. Now, when I sold 17,000 and bought 17,000 back, I actually owned more because I got it for less. I don't need to put the I don't need to keep putting the same amount. If it had gone 10% lower, I could have done 10% less, 17,000, had the same amount at where we are today, but paid less for it. So I could have got more. I could actually protect my portfolio by buying less because the price is less. All right. So as I bought it at the same price, I went out at 17, back in at 17,000, and here we are up 0.42, $93. Great, wonderful. My portfolio is safer, my margin is safer, my margin buffer is safer, my overall position is safer, and I'm making money. But more importantly, I've posted losses. So let me go down here and show you the trade itself. Now, we don't share our trades publicly before we do them, only do those on Discord and Electrum. If you want my trades, as I do it 24/7, and I do trade 24/7, I'll get a notification, get out of bed at 3 in the morning, and I'll trade, and I'll share it with all of you, and do one-on-one support, live Q&A, everything. I am here to help people, all right? So if you want that, you'll never get a better Discord server in the world. No one does this. No AI, no bots, really live, 3 in the morning, answering questions, doing real trades. How much do you think I charge for that? Well, there are other Discord owners charging $1,000 for that, and they use a lot of AI. I charge $2.99 for that, the minimum price, because I don't need to make money on Discord. I make money from actually doing it, so I want to help as many people as possible. If you want Discord, it's pinned in the chat, and there is the link right there. I also post the trades on YouTube Electrum. That is there. All right, plus all the other benefits. Now in Discord, you also get a gaming channel. You've also got all my trades, a great community, no AI, no bots, all good investors, 2-stage events every single day. You can join for a couple of bucks, or you can join for the pro level at $4.99, still extremely inexpensive. And I provide 24/7 2-stage events for you, guest speakers, loads and loads of services and benefits, plus our own Luca coin. We give it away in prizes and all sorts of stuff. We are there to help you. All right, it's as simple as that. You don't choose us, however, we choose you. You click on this link here, I'll drop it again, and you go to an interview process. You watch a quick video to make sure you understand what you're talking about, and you're safe and you're secure. You join. I will review your application and let you in. Normally takes about 15-20 minutes, and then you purchase your membership. If you don't purchase a membership, you're just trying to scam me or mess around or waste my time. You'll be banned within a few minutes. Once you've been approved, you've got to choose your membership. So don't mess around on that. So here's my trade. So earlier on, I sold $22,000 at $1.323. $1.323. 17,000 coins. Okay. I then bought back at 17,000 coins at $1.32. And as you can see, it was a small saving of about $1. Hurrah for me. I paid $1 less. Great. It wasn't about that. It was about getting back in again. But it wasn't about paying more. That would be stupid, right? So you have to know what you're doing. You know when to buy. You know when to sell. Have patience. Have discipline. Use the lots efficiently. Selling from the top, the most losses, not the bottom ones. That way, bringing everything down, bring your cost basis down, set your limit orders and be patient and buy it back, which is what I did. So I'm back in and I've saved $1. Hurrah for me. Well done. Now then, what happens then once you've done that? Well, you're back in again. You can see now my average is up. I'm in the profit because I was down nearly 2% when I traded this on this current trade. Now I'm up 0.5%. So I've gained 2.5% from that position. Great. That's how I've made some money, right? But now what I do is if I go to my crypto and I can see my positions, you can see we're starting to rise, realize profit and loss, go all, not just crypto, all. And year to date, this year's tax date, we were 16,500 today. We are now 17,208. That is the gold. That is the future gains right there. Okay, you understand that there? Okay, so you can see my most recent sell. There it is right at the top. I took a loss of $427. So 427 times 10% would be 42, times 20% would be 84. I got $84 in cash in my hand, and it cost me about 19 bucks in and 19 bucks out. So I'm up by $40, and I'm up by the $1, and I've lowered my average, and I protected my portfolio. All great. And I've got 427 against future profits. Even more important. Okay. Now what happens? So now if I sell today and XRP goes to $5 and I make $17,000 in profit, guess what? I can sell it tax free. So I don't give 20% to the tax man. Because I've banked 17,000 losses, it goes up to $5. I'm still in the asset. I've got it at a better price. I've saved money. I sell it at 17 grand. I don't pay tax on the gain. That's how the rich make money and the poor always pay taxes. Is it fair? No, it's not. But it's available to you. You've got to use the tools of the trade. If you simply sit on the toilet, focus on averages, you are losing money over and over again. This is how you survive, and this is how you trade into a macro condition, as is the war right now. The conditions for XRP haven't changed. It is purely and simply the war. So there you go. Now we're climbing fast. Now my portfolio started with $5,000. I've now got $700,000 invested. I never lose. These are my trades. These are my wins. When I do this, When I do this, if I do a loss, it's a tax harvest loss, not a loss, not selling, losing money. I'm simply showing you what to do and how to save money and how to make money. So I'm going to wrap this up. If you want Discord, there is the link. 90% discount. I will provide one-on-one service for all of you. I will answer all your questions. I will do the trades live at any time of the day, post them all on YouTube Electrum. They're there for you as well. That's it. There it is. You've now got all the tools in the toolbox of how to win and how to make money. And let me just show you, if we look at the 1 year, on my portfolio, despite everything that's gone on, does this strategy work? Yes, it does. Over the last year, despite everything going on in the market, despite the war, despite everything, despite inflation, rates not going down, in fact going up, and all this money being lost and all the margin that I'm in, I have made 13%. I've beaten the market and I'm up $30,000. I did this on Liberation Day. I'm now doing it again. It's the same strategy. It never loses. It always wins. And you've just got to stay in the game. That's why I've called this video Trade to Survive. If you do nothing and you sit around, you will lose. If you don't know the tools of the trade, you will lose. If you watch YouTubers saying we're going to the moon, or I will offer custodians for your portfolio, or dollar cost average, buy the dip, you will lose. If you want to trade like a Wall Street manager, and I know because I speak to them, and CEOs, this is how you do it. Right, we're going to end this live stream. Thank you for being here. I'm now going to do something now because I think the more love you give, the more love you get. This morning, live on the show, we had a magical moment. You won't believe what happened this morning. It was quite magical. This morning on the show, a guy was in the show and he said, my daughter, I think she's about 7 or 8. He didn't tell me, but she looks about 7 or 8. He said she loves every day when you say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. All right. So all of a sudden, everything went Ella crazy. We just thought we'd have some fun. We'd just pick a young girl and have some fun, making her happy. She was dancing around, enjoying herself, and we're going to have some fun tonight. And we believe the more love you get out there, the more you get back, the more you win. This is how we do things on this channel. So if you want to be part of our special event tonight, it's called Ella Surprise. Big surprise. She loves pigs, and there's my piano. So what are we doing? Well, this is what we're doing. In an hour and a half's time, I'll be live on my music channel doing a fun surprise show for one little girl and her family. What the hell? Just for the hell of it. So here we go. Live next. I'll pin it in the chat there. Pin it up there. There it is. Let me pin that to there. All right. I'll drop it in a couple of times. It will take you there automatically at the end of this stream. And we're going to end this right now. If you'd like to join me there, we are trying to do tonight and get a world record of more likes than we've ever had before. And we've already passed it. It's been really, really exciting. Expect a fun night of craziness just to make one little girl really happy, who 5 minutes ago had no idea what was going on and we didn't even know who she was, but we're doing it anyway, just for the sake of it. All right. So this is the event. This is where we're going automatically right now on my music channel. Join me. If you've got some kids, get them all involved. We're going to have some fun tonight with some music, with some beers, and we're going to make some money over the weekend with our XRP. So that's it from me. I hope you all enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you all on Discord. You all have the links. I'll onboard everybody now on Discord and Electrum, and you can be part of my next trades, see what's going on, and you can trade like a professional. You never need to lose money. People with money never do. All right? So click above my head for all the links. You'll find it there. Down below in the description, you'll find it there with all my Discord links as well. Over here in a minute, once this renders, you're watching it live right now. And I am really ending, folks. I am really ending this, okay? So join me there now on the music show. Down up here is the music event, and down here is something else you might find useful. Maybe the XRP playlist or whatever. Guys, it's easy to win. The hard part is to keep it. Now come and join me. It's a special night. Ella's big surprise. Join me on the music show. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other.